Welcome back to my biblical journey. Been a strange couple of weeks. As you can see behind me, we've had a birthday party. It wasn't for me. It was for my son. He's just turned 4, or he's turning 4. The party was before his actual birthday. Neither here nor there. What else? Oh yeah, big one. On Wednesday, I found out that I was being made redundant. There was another option. I dropped down my position and took quite a substantial pay cut, really. And when I'm driving each day from another city, that wasn't really appropriate. So I took redundancy, and that was on Wednesday. And today is Monday, and I am not working. That's how quick a turnaround it was. So, yeah, strange couple of weeks. I am not. I'm not fearful. I'm not overly concerned. I mean, obviously, it's a bit of a problem when you're a father of 2, you're married, you need 2 incomes, obviously. But I feel calm, and that is mainly due to the fact that on the Wednesday morning, I prayed in the car, and I was like, God, please just give me a sign. Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is there something else for me? And then sure enough, on the Wednesday, I get taken into a room and told it's either drop down a position or leave. Couldn't really have been clearer. And I've kind of been, not like all my decisions. I haven't handed all my decisions over to God, but like a lot of decisions, I keep sort of asking Him directly for a sign as to whether this is right or not. Or like last night, I was going to play the lottery. I said, "Is it worth a gamble?" Obviously, he's not going to say it's worth a gamble, but I thought, "Is it worth?" God, shall I play the Joker tonight? And I put some petrol in my wife's car, drove down to the bookies, went in there, left a mess on their nicely clean floor. I thought that's a bit strange for them to have been mopping at this time. Went in there and I picked up the little form and put some numbers or selected for it to be a random. And I went over to the guy at the till. I said, just one random line for the Joker, please. And he said, it's closed. I was like, really? He said, yes, it closes at 9:30. And I turned around and the clock said 9:31. And I was like, okay, thank you, God. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't know. I find myself handing myself over a lot more, which perhaps we should all do. I mean, he's our guide, he's our light, he's everything. It's very difficult, isn't it? I mean, I doubt there is anyone out there that can say that they wholeheartedly have handed everything over to God and His wisdom, and yet we should. Perhaps we should. Perhaps I should just be like, okay, it is in your hands. Guide me. But I also think we're guilty of overlooking these signs that we ask for. We often say, please give me a sign, show me something. Is this the right thing? And we receive these signs, but we choose not to see them as a sign. And I know that I have been guilty of that in the past. And you sort of like in retrospect look at something and think, yeah, that was it. That was the sign. Why did we not take that? So yeah, that's that's my week in a nutshell. A little unpleasant, but I'm okay. And I know that a lot of people have been asking after me and if I'm okay and whatever. Yes, I am. I'm okay. And I shout out to everybody in my office on the day I left, getting a round of applause. It was a bit embarrassing because I didn't know how to react. A round of applause from the whole office was a bit, it was different. But I mean, I guess I've worked with a lot of them for a long time now. Many of them I was in the interview process for them. So yeah, it was nice. I appreciated it. So thank you, everybody. Anyone that's watching this, they might not be watching it, but thank you. So yeah. Anyway, we're 6 minutes in, and I haven't even discussed our topic for the day. Today, the topic is Genesis 13. We left off in Genesis 12 because 13 follows 12. If you didn't know. And Abram and his wife had left Egypt. They'd been sent away after the Pharaoh had discovered that his wife was not his sister. He chose to hide that from Pharaoh. I guess that's a good segue, isn't it? I mean, it's like we prime example there that Abram didn't trust in God enough to protect him and his wife at that point, that he chose to lie as to who his wife was. So yeah, we are all guilty. We're all guilty of it. Even Abram and everyone in the Bible. So anyway, Genesis 13. And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south of Canaan. And Abram was very rich in livestock, in silver and in gold. And he went on his journeys from the south, even to Bethel, to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai, to the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And Abram called on the name of the Lord there. And Lot, who went with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents. And the land was not able to bear them, that they might live together, for their substance was great, so that they could not live together. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock, and the Canaanite and the Perizzite lived in the land. And Abram said to Lot, let there be no strife, I pray you, between me and you, and between my herdsmen and your herdsmen, for we are brethren. Is not the whole land before you? I pray you, separate yourself from me. If you go to the left, then I will go to the right. Or if you go to the right, then I will go to the left. So he's trying to alleviate any bad will between the two, especially seeing as they are from the same family. And Lot lifted up his eyes and saw all the plain of Jordan, that it was all well watered before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as you come to Zoar. Zoar? Have trouble with a lot of these names, you know. And Lot chose all the plain of Jordan for himself, and Lot journeyed east. Thus they separated themselves from one another. Abram lived in the land of Canaan, and Lot lived in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent towards Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners against the Lord, exceedingly so. And after Lot was separated from him, the Lord said to Abram, lift up your eyes now, and from the place where you look northward and southward, and eastward and westward. Lift up your eyes now, and from the place where you look northward and southward, and eastward and westward. Okay, so straight up, basically. For all the land which you see, I will give to you and to your seed forever. Oh. Okay, so Maybe I'm reading too much into that or not. And after Lot was separated from him, the Lord said to Abram, lift up your eyes now, and from the place where you look northward and southward and eastward and westward. So that's got to be up. For all the land which you see, I will give you to you and to your seed forever. So that's saying that the heavens are yours. Okay, that's heavy. And I will make your seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can count the dust of the earth, then shall your seed also be counted. So he's saying that his progeny will be en masse. He will have a lasting bloodline. Rise up and walk through the land in the length of it and in the breadth of it, for I will give it to you. And Abram moved his tent and came and lived in the oaks of Mamre, which is in Hebron. And he built an altar to the Lord there. So that'll be the third altar that he's built, if I remember correctly. So there you go. That is the end of Genesis 13. Okay, so Lot has left. So he hasn't got a lot left. Bad joke. Dad joke. Okay, so yeah, Lot has left. Abram has been given the Lord's blessing in a big way. And his seed will be across the earth. So maybe we ourselves are seeds of Abram. Why not? Possibly. Something to think about. Okay, guys. Short, sweet. We shall leave it there and come back in a couple of days for Genesis 14. Obviously, I've got a bit of time on my hands now, so maybe I'll be bashing these out quicker, unless I'm fortunate enough to get a job fairly quickly. I'm also going to be working on a couple of other YouTube channels. Some of you may be interested, some not. It is not the same as this. So I will post on my Facebook and Instagram when that's ready. And yeah, wish me luck and God bless everyone. Talk to you soon.